You know, she's just missing those index cards. Which one goes with which one? Let's continue.
And I do look forward to Thursday night.
Listen to that voice.
Senator Joe Biden. We're going to talk about those new ideas, new energy for America. I'm looking forward to meeting him, too. I've never met him before, but I've been hearing about his Senate speeches since I was in, like, 2nd grade.
You made a funny comment. You said you've been listening to Joe Biden's speeches since you were in 2nd grade, something like that?
Since, like, 72? Yeah.
When you have
72?
a 72-year-old running mate, is that a kind of a risky thing to say, insinuating that Joe Biden's been around a while?
Oh, no, it's nothing negative at all. He's got a lot of experience, and just stating the fact there that we've been hearing his speeches for all these years. So he's got a tremendous amount of experience, and, you know, I'm the new energy, the new face, the new ideas, and he's got the experience based on many, many years
she forgets
in the Senate,
that he's even
and
there.
voters are going to have a choice there in what it is that they want in these
You've
next 4
cited
years.
Alaska's proximity to Russia as part
Listen
of
to
your
this one.
foreign
This is the
policy
most, this is the
experience.
funniest.
What did you mean by that?
That Alaska has a very narrow maritime border between a foreign country, Russia, and on our other side, the land boundary that we have with Canada. It's funny that a comment like that was kind of made to, I don't know, you know, reporters.
Mocked?
Yeah, mocked, I guess that's the word.
Yeah.
Well, explain to me why that enhances your foreign policy credentials.
Well, it certainly does, because our next door neighbors are foreign countries. They're in the state that I am the executive of. And
Have you ever
they're in
been
Russia.
involved with any negotiations, for example, with the Russians?
We have trade missions back and forth. We do. It's very important when you consider even national security issues with Russia, as Putin rears his head and comes into the airspace of the United States of America. Where do they go? It's Alaska. It's just right over the border. It is from Alaska that we send those out to make sure that an eye is being kept on this very powerful nation, Russia, because they are right there. They are right next to our.
Do you agree with the Bush doctrine?
Okay, listen.
In what
Hold
respect,
on.
Charlie?
Let's go. We'll see this one a little later. Okay. Look, that was very funny. You know, it's like, does that give you any foreign experience? And she goes, well, yeah, when Putin raises his head, he's spying. Where do you think they go spy on America from? I see him. There's Putin with his binoculars standing on, you know, narrow maritime between Alaska and Russia. And then she goes, when they spy on America, where do you think they go spy? They're right there. They're spying on Alaska. So to spy for Russia, to spy on America, Putin raises his head. Where do you think he goes to? Of course, Alaska. Where else? Now, in the second one with Charles Gibson, he asked her about the Bush doctrine. Now, if you don't know what the Bush doctrine is, just say, you know what, Charlie, I'm not really, probably know what it is, but I can't recall it now. But yet she has to go through a whole, she just talks and talks. She thinks, you know, the more she talks, the more she's going to give answers. No, it doesn't. You don't know the answer? Just say, I don't know the answer. What is the Bush doctrine? So let's go to that clip.
The Bush, what do you interpret it to be?
His worldview.
No, the Bush doctrine, enunciated September 2002, before the Iraq War.
I believe that what President Bush has attempted to do is
Wrong index
rid
card.
this world of Islamic extremism, terrorists who are hell-bent on destroying our nation. There have been blunders along the way, though. There have been mistakes made. And with new leadership, and that's the beauty of American elections, of course, and democracy, is with new leadership comes opportunity to do things better.
The Bush doctrine, as I understand it, is that we have the right of anticipatory self-defense, that we have the right to a preemptive strike against any other country that we think is going to attack us. Do you agree with that?
Charlie, if there is legitimate and enough intelligence that tells us
Listen to
that
this.
a strike is imminent against American people, we have every right to defend our country.
Do we have the right to be making cross-border attacks into Pakistan from Afghanistan, with or without the approval of the Pakistani government?
As for our right to invade, we're going to work with these countries, building new relationships, working with existing allies, but forging new also, in order to, Charlie, get to a point in this world where war is not going to be a first option. In fact, war has got to be, and military strike, a last option.
But Governor, I'm asking, do we have the right, in your mind, to go across the border with or without the approval of the Pakistani government?
In order to stop Islamic extremists, those terrorists
index
who
card.
would seek to destroy America and our allies, we must do whatever it takes, and we must not blink, Charlie, in making those tough decisions of where we go and even who we target.
And let me finish with this. I get lost in a blizzard of words there. Is that a yes, that you think we have the right to go across the border with or without the approval of the Pakistani government to go after terrorists who are in the Waziristan area?
I believe that America has to exercise all options in order to stop the terrorists who are hell-bent on destroying America and our allies.
Helen, you said the U.S. should absolutely launch cross-border attacks from Afghanistan into Pakistan to, quote, stop the terrorists from coming any further in. Now, that's almost the exact position Barack Obama has taken, and that you, Senator McCain, have criticized as something you do not say out loud. So, Governor Palin, are you two on the same page?
We
on
had a
this?
great discussion with President Zardari as we talked about what it is that America can and should be doing together to make sure that the terrorists do not cross borders and do not ultimately put themselves in a position of attacking America again
John
or her
McCain is
allies.
looking at her and saying,
And we will do
"Why
what we
me,
have to
God?
do to
Where in the
secure the United
world did
States
they
of
get
America
this
and
woman
her
from?"
allies.
Is that something you shouldn't say out loud, Senator McCain?
Of course not, but look, I understand this day and age gotcha journalism. Was that a pizza place? In a conversation with someone who you didn't hear the question very well, you don't know the context of the conversation, grab a phrase. Governor Palin and I agree that you don't announce that you're going to attack another country.
Are you sorry you said it,
and in
Governor?
fact, wait a minute. Before you say, is she sorry she said it? This was a gotcha soundbite that, well, she was
It wasn't
in
a gotcha. She was talking
Let
to
the
a
woman
voter.
talk.
conversation with a group of people and talking back and forth, and I'll let
Well,
Governor Palin
and
speak for herself.
In fact, you're absolutely right on. In the context, this was a voter, a constituent, hollering out a question from across an area, asking, what are you going to do about Pakistan? You better have an answer to Pakistan. I said, we're going to do what we have to do to protect the United States of America.
You were pretty specific about what you wanted to do.
Well, as
Cross-border.
Senator McCain is suggesting here also, never would our administration get out there and show our cards to terrorists, in this case to enemies, and let them know what the game plan was, not when that could ultimately adversely affect a plan to keep America secure.
What did you learn from that experience?
That this is all about gotcha journalism.
To
A lot of
keep
it
your
is,
mouth
but
shut,
that's
maybe?
okay too.
Governor Palin, since our last interview, you've gotten a lot of flack. Some Republicans have said you're not prepared, you're not ready for prime time. People have questioned your readiness since that interview, and I'm curious to hear your reaction.
Well, not only am I ready, but willing and able to serve as Vice President with Senator McCain if
President.
Americans so bless us and privilege us with the opportunity of serving them. Ready with my executive experience as a city mayor and manager, as a governor, as a commissioner or regulator of oil and gas.
This is not
When it
Okay.
comes to establishing your worldview, I was curious.
Listen,
what
I want you to go back. I want you to go back just like a few seconds. Did I hear her saying as a commissioner, a regulator for oil and gas? Just go back about 5 seconds, and I think that's what I heard her saying. Have you ever heard of being a commissioner, regulator for oil and gas? I don't remember. Commissioner Palin. Go back.
As a city mayor and manager, as a governor, as a commissioner or regulator of oil and gas.
This is not
When
the
it comes
first
to establishing your
Hey, she said it. I don't know if she knows what she is talking about or not.